All right, so I got to be honest, as a Huntress main, I am pretty concerned about the new Survivor item. Quick little side tangent, this skin is amazing, like, woo! I was so thrilled to see it. I love this skin, absolutely. And I just realized that little jewel in her chest is actually supposed to be a heart. Like, if you get a close-up on it, you can see the, like, the ventricular arteries and things like that. But we're going to go over here to play the Survivor and check it out, right? I'm concerned. I'm not gonna lie, because these the fog vial it's really good, right? So especially as a Huntress main, I'm a little biased in my way of thinking because I'm thinking about Huntress's perspective, right? You're a ranged killer. You need long lines of sight. So there's a brown, green, and blue version. All of them have the same vision obscuring effect. It's 33%, right? It doesn't actually say that, but it is 33% without an add-on. If they throw this down, like if they see you aiming at them with a hatchet 20 meters away and they throw this down, you are not hitting them. It's just not going to be possible. You just have to throw a random hatchet into the smoke and hope it hits. There's no once they pop that smoke, the vision's obscured for it's 10 seconds, right? Yeah, it's 10 seconds. You just literally have to throw a hatchet. There's no counterplay. There's nothing involved because when they're in the fog, aura reading is also denied, so you can't even come out of it like that, right? So if they just pop smoke as soon as they see you targeting them, it's over. You're not going to get the hit unless you just get lucky and blind fire it in. And that's just the default smoke. If we step it up to the ultra rare add-on, the potent extract, that doubles, if not triples, the density of the fog. You can see on screen, I'm walking here. I literally can't even see 1 meter in front of me. It's honestly insane. If they throw that down, you're just not getting a hit at all whatsoever. So this new item does have me very concerned. The base kit fog vial doesn't, hide the scratch marks. You can still see scratch marks and stuff like that. The ultra rare add-on completely removes scratch marks. It's really, really, really good. I'm just hoping that survivors are just too dedicated to their flashlights and their med kits. Like, you're going to see fog vials like crazy probably when they drop, but I'm hoping that they die off because honestly, at least when you're using the ultra rare add-on, they are absolutely insane, like game-breakingly insane. Anytime a survivor used an ultra rare fog vial add-on, I just couldn't track them. It was over. Because it muffles the audio, it hides the scratch marks, it denies aura reading. I lost them every single time. I just couldn't. It doesn't matter. I have a very good headset, very good EQ, very good audio. I just couldn't track them at all. And then I brought in the fog vial with the ultra rare add-on, and a couple of us did against the Pyramid Head. He didn't get a single hook all game, not once all game. Right until the very end on me because I fucked up. And there's no reason not to use it either. It recharges the green ones every 65 seconds. The brown ones every 70 seconds. The blue ones every 60 seconds. With an add-on, you decrease that by 5. So you could potentially have one every 55, every 60 seconds comfortably. And there's pretty much no reason to not pop it. Like, if you're playing against a Huntress and she picks up and she's about to hook, just pop your fog vial. Completely denies barbecue and chili. That perk is dead for her, right? The match starts. You should just immediately drop your smoke bomb. Completely cancels out lethal pursuer. You'll get it back in 60 seconds. So, aura reading perks are taking a big hit, which is unfortunate. I really don't want to have to go to quad slowdown because, survivors hate that, obviously. But depending on how strong these are, I might have to go to quad slowdown. I mean, I guess we'll just have to see in time. But, it's really unfortunate. I guess the good thing, though, is if they step out of the fog, their aura is revealed. So if you have, nowhere to hide and you step in the fog and then they step out, then you can see them for a second or two. But as long as they're in the fog, their aura is completely denied, which honestly, in my opinion, is insane. Because that's it is an item, right? Don't get me wrong. 60 seconds? Could you at least make it 90? You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy in my opinion. But other than that, for the Survivor add-ons, I don't think they're too bad at all. I really like the rework they did to the Blood Amber. So now it's like object of obsession. Anytime you reveal the killer's aura, it also reveals your aura to them, which is phenomenal. This is how it always should have been. You should not be able to get aura reads on a killer for free. You know, it's different when the killer's getting aura reads on the survivor because there's 4 survivors, right? There's only 1 killer. And if you can get aura reads on them, that it's so huge, especially if you're at like Shack. That's why I had that video where I had a wiretap at Shack and the trickster who was chasing me lost the entire game because of the aura reading I was getting from wiretap. Aura reading on a killer is literally 10 times stronger than aura reading on survivors. It just is, because you can literally shut down any mind games at all whatsoever. So they balanced it out by allowing you to see the survivor's aura when they're using the blood amber. It also reduces its charges by 2 and reduces the aura revealed time by 6 seconds. So instead of 10 seconds of aura reading, you get 4 seconds, and then instead of 6 charges, you get 4 charges. So 4 seconds of 4 charges. You can combine it with this to increase the charge by 1 or the duration of auras by 2, things like that. You can still use build to last to completely replenish your key, but it's really, really nice that they changed Blood Amber in this way. Also, I'm a big fan of how they changed the add-ons. Just 5 simple, clean add-ons, 1 in each category, completely unique from each other, and not a bunch of bullshit, random-ass garbage add-ons that are like triplets, and duplicates of others, just in weaker varieties. So big fan of that. Same with the Fog Vial, big fan of that. Again, 5 add-ons, all different rarities, all do different things and change them up in a significant way. Maps aren't really as crazy as I thought they would be. It is windows of opportunity. It's 14 seconds, right? So 40 meters, 14 seconds. So it takes like a second to charge it. And then for the next 14 seconds, within 40 meters, you see all the pallets and vault spots, right? Then obviously you can add aura reveal duration, which is terrible. I mean, 14 to 16 seconds, who really cares? Increase map charges by 2, that's better, because now you're talking, you know, what is it? How many charges is it? 6 charges? So 8 charges. So an additional 28 seconds of aura reading with the green add-on. I don't know why you'd ever bring the brown, right? I don't know. I guess you could combine the brown with the ultra rare. But then the battered tape increases the range by 8 meters. And then sharpened flint, all totems are revealed within range. The add-on I think is problematic is the crimson stamp. This one's actually kind of insane, honestly. So the killer's aura is revealed when they're within 8 meters of the beam of light. Reduces the light beam duration by 10 seconds. Reduces number of charges by 2. But literally, again, that's honestly insane, because, you know, you can use things to extend it, the charges or its duration and things like that. In 8 meters, you could drop that at a loop. So it instead of a 14-second beam of light, you got a what is that like? I actually don't even know how long the beam of light lasts. I think it's like 6 seconds, honestly, or maybe it's a 20-second. I think it's actually a 20-second beam of light, and then it's 10 seconds with it. Anyways, you know, it's like a little mini wiretap that you could just drop whenever, which is honestly kind of insane. But other than that, flashlights and toolboxes function the same exact way. Their add-ons are still exactly the same. I would like to see these get the 5 add-on rework too. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because, I don't know, you know, I'm a Huntress main, and these changes really have me concerned, because it's like, man, if they drop a smoke bomb as soon as they see you, it's over. You're not getting the hit, plain and simple. You know, you predict it and bomb one in there and catch them if you're lucky. There's no skill involved is my main point. You're not seeing them. You're not really predicting them. You're not really reading them. It can allow for some cool, awesome shots to happen where you're sniping survivors through smokes, but I don't know. Like I said, I've been pretty doomer lately on Huntress. I'm never going to give up on her. I love her character, obviously. I'll play her. Even if they make her the worst in the game and worse than Skull Merchant, I'll still play her forever. But I'm definitely concerned, especially with phase 2 changes coming up, and then you got crazy ass perks like Last Stand and Conviction, you know, just absolutely wild perks for survivors, and now the Fog Vial, which, you know, the maps are already cluttered. There's already indoor maps. There's already a lot of shitty maps for this killer, and now all of a sudden you're throwing in a possible, you know, just a line of sight breaker on the fly. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to do a cross map. It's just gone. There's nothing I can do about it. And you get it every 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds, the average match is 11 minutes in my matches. So that's 11 times per survivor. So you're looking at, what, 44 smoke bombs a match? Like, damn, that's kind of a lot in my honest opinion. But, maybe I'm being a little too doomer. I guess we'll see where this goes in the future. But, yeah, that is it for this one. I just kind of wanted to talk about that real quick. And, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.